You're listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. Now let's talk. Greetings, my visionary dreamers. How is everybody doing on Let's Talk Sunday? This is ADionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bullshit, y'all. And you are listening to Chronicles of Living podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know, it's extraordinary folk doing a damn thing the best way we can out in this piece. To you newcomers out there, new listeners, welcome. And I so apologize for my little 9 minutes late. This is the latest I've probably ever been in so long. But I won't bore you on why. Just know that I was handling business. And I'm here. Okay. So for the newcomers out there, Chronicles of Living is just a show for us regular folk, not regular folk, but extraordinary folk. Just, topics about real life stuff, real things that we go through, and things that we need to shake off, things that we need to get through, different ways we can go about looking at life to help us jump over those hurdles that's kind of seem like is in our way to get to our dreams, our goals, and our visions. So that's what I talk about, So today's topic is when things are not perfect, or when life is not perfect, focus on what is. Okay? I got this topic rushing to the house. I'm on my cell phone. And yeah. But anywho, when, last week I talked about tower moments and how they're a blessing. So I guess my spirit just felt like continuing with that whole thing and giving you more of a, I don't know, maybe, I don't want to say an answer, but maybe more solutions. I don't know. But if you've been following me, you know that I've been through a whole lot throughout my life. And to those who don't know, I have. I've moved over 51 times in my life, up to date, even though I'm only 49. But and I've had over like 30 plus jobs throughout my life. Single mom, just juggling things and making sure that I balance my time. And throughout that time, I had to learn how to focus on the things that are working out good for me, And even now, I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, life is so perfect. It is exactly the way I want it to flow. I just know that life helps us to forever grow. It's like, I believe we're going to just keep growing until our day is the end, I believe that that's why we're here at the end of the day. And as crazy as that sounds, it's like when you stop growing, when you stop learning, you stop growing. Or when you stop wanting to learn, you stop growing. When you stop examining where you've been as to where you are now and looking at how you want to get to where you're going and the things that you might need to change within your life, within yourself to get to where you're going, instead of focusing on, what's not working or what went wrong, that's when you pretty much attract more of the same. Law of attraction is real. What we focus on the most is what we attract, whether it's bad or good. And sometimes we can want to focus on what we want to attract that's good, but because we're stuck in that mode of what's not good and what's going wrong, we continue to attract what is going wrong. If that make any sense to you. And I had to learn this lesson throughout the years. There are a few people, few books I've read, few people that I listen to. Abraham Hicks, I know some people might not know of her. She has helped me out a whole lot. And just to look at life differently. And a lot of people, they look at me and they say, some of the people, I'm very, very still private. As much as I am transparent, I still am private to an extent. But a lot of times people used to look at my life and wonder, how is it that I can still wear a smile? I can still motivate other people knowing that I'm going through. You know what I mean? There's a situation that I'm dealing with right now, and I just choose not to focus on that situation. You know what I mean? I choose to focus on what is going good in my life right now. What is it that is flowing and coming to me right now? And we have to learn how to do that. As uncomfortable as a certain situation might seem, or just we got to focus on what's working out for us, and instead of focusing on what's not working out for us. And a situation that I'm dealing with right now, it's a situation that a lot of people would pretty much panic over. They would pretty much lose it and sidetrack themselves. And I'll share it with y'all one day. But I'm purposely saving this situation for another topic. Okay. So, but yeah, and the close people to me that know what's going on, they're like, they're frantic for me. Like, it's like, how are you just dealing? Like, you got to get to that point in life. Like, I just, got finished working on a program for a summer camp that I'm going to be doing, teaching kids entrepreneurship and fashion. And for me, that is, that's the love. If you've been following me, that's something that I do here and there. I'll go out and I'll teach people, or rather be adults or kids, entrepreneurship and fashion. And sometimes I do the one-on-one consultations with entrepreneurs and stuff like that. But that is one of the joys of my life. And I haven't taught kids in a few years. And it's just like, when I focus on that, it's like nothing else matters. You know what I mean? I'm able to go in and breathe fresh new energy into the youth, that I wish somebody would have took the time out to breathe into me, and so that's what I'm saying about focusing on what is working out for you. Something is working out for you. Rather, it's just the fact that you get up every day and you can walk, you could talk, you could breathe. Rather, it's the fact that you have shelter over your head. You got a bed to lay in. You got some food in your refrigerator to eat, where some people might think that's a small thing, that's a big thing for others. You get what I'm saying? There have been times where, I didn't have gas on, I didn't have electric on and things of that nature. And I focused on, okay, what can work for me? Okay, my gas or my water is not on or whatever like that. But I have somebody that I know that I can go fill up some water jugs from. And I can get by with that. Or my gas is not on, but, at that time, let me think what I did around that time. I think it was around the summertime, so I didn't even really need the gas. But, I worked around. Okay, yeah, oh yeah, hot water. So, I'm like, okay, well, let's go outside and breathe in the sun and, let's take cold showers. You know what I mean? My water was still on. So I focused on the fact that my water was still on. You get what I'm saying? And either though it was like a cold shower, so what? I take cold showers today because it wakes you up and it helps your nervous system, that hot, cold, the just going between the hot and the cold, it wakes you up, So things like that, your relationship is not going right. But what relationships are going right? Do you have good friends that you could talk to? Do you have somebody that you can talk to and you could just bust it up with, and you'll get a laugh, and that they'll put a smile on your face, or that they can motivate you or encourage you in some type of way? They're inspiration to you in some type of way. Focus on that. Don't focus on the people that don't want to be in your life, or that don't appreciate you, or that judge you, or that talk about you. You get what I'm saying? Like, they should be non-relevant in your life. Focus on the people that show up for you. Focus on the people, whether it be family or friend. Focus on those people to regain your strength, if that is the issue that you're facing, to regain a sense of empowerment, if that is what you're going through. If you are backed up in your bills, if you're backed up, if you lost your job, focus on the fact that you have skills to get another job when the time is right. If your business is not flowing the way you want it to flow, focus on the fact that, you know what, you did create this. You created this business. And maybe it just took a dip for a reason. Maybe it took a dip, just like I think I talked about this in the Tower Moments. Maybe it took a dip because you need to move some things around. You need to replace some people. You need to gain some new contacts, or move your business to a new area. So many different things. But the fact of the matter is that it is your business. You created it. You came up with this idea. And I know from time to time and throughout my life, there have been many times where I've created things and it was flowing, and all of a sudden it took a real bad dip, and I had to let it go. I had to leave it alone for a minute, and I had to bring my focus to something else, or I had to go get a job somewhere else, or whatever. The bottom line is this. There is always something working out for you. There is always something that God wants to show you that can work out for you. If you take a moment, take those deep breaths, and just lose yourself in that meditation, and just let loose and release everything that you're dealing with that's not benefiting you right now. If you just give yourself that moment in your life, that space in your life, to just block out everything, everybody, and just sit with yourself for a moment, as long as it takes. Sometimes I get lost in my meditation. I have to literally set my alarm clock a lot of times on my cell phone, because I could just be sitting in my little meditation chair and I just lose myself. And it could be an hour. It's been times I've sat there and 2 hours passed. I'm like, what the heck? So I had to start setting my alarm, because I just get to floating and just feel like so light. And when I come out of my meditation and my little breathing exercises, I just have a new outlook. I have a fresh, new energy about whatever I'm facing. And it doesn't matter anymore. It does, but it's just like, I just look at it in a different light. Like, you know what? At the end of the day, okay, me stressing out about what's not working is not going to change the situation. The thing that I need to do is focus on what is it that I can do to change the situation, or what is it that I can do at this time to change the way I feel, or to change my energy, So, in other words, sometimes you might need to just change your energy so that you can clear your head. And sometimes the things that I do to change my energy, when I find myself focused on the things that's not going right for me, I might turn on Netflix or get a red box and get something funny, or, get a romantic movie, or whatever. I might, if I'm driving in the car, I might turn on, I got Sirius radio, so I might turn on the comedy station, just laugh my behind off, or whatever like that. Or if I'm sitting somewhere, I might turn on a funny YouTube video, funny kid YouTube video, or pet YouTube video, and you will never believe how just laughter just changes your whole vibe. It changes your whole vibe, you know, and it might be just for that moment. But the bottom line is, while it changes that vibe at that time, that's when you need to start focusing on the things that are working out for you, the things that you need to be grateful for in your life, you know, because like I said on last week's show, as far as the tower moments coming and how they're there and how, you know, stress, or what's that? You know what? That might have been the YouTube video. I don't know. I'm getting confused now. I'm doing both. But I remember saying something about how stress can make you sick. And all that does is causes and create a whole new issue, a whole new problem that you have to face and you have to fix. So a lot of people don't realize that stress is the cause of sickness. You know, and sickness can always be reversed. I'm not going to say always, but majority of the time, sickness comes through the cause of our energy, the things that we're eating, our environment, or things that we're doing to ourselves, you know. And a lot of times it is reversible. You know, people think that things like diabetes, cancer, and things of that nature, they're not reversible. But it is reversible, whether you believe it or not. If you hit it and you focus on attacking it head on in a positive manner. I know people that have beat the odds with those things. So I know it's possible. But as an individual, you have to commit to yourself that, you know, you're going to beat those odds if that's what you're dealing with, if that's that thing that you view as not being perfect in your life that you're dealing with. You have to take it upon yourself to start researching different ways that you can beat your sickness without the medication or while you're having the medication. You know what I mean? Different ways you can change your nutrition, your eating habits and exercise more or things of that nature. We all have the capability to make the changes that we want to make in our lives. But it is not until we face our true self and who we are at this time, space, and reality in our life. It's not until we start reflecting on and being honest and truthful with ourselves that change is going to come. The change will never come if we're not honest with ourselves. If we're not, if we don't decide to change the victim mentality or pointing fingers at others instead of pointing the finger at ourselves and saying, what is it that I contribute to this issue? Or why is it that right now things are not perfectly flowing the way I want to? And a lot of times, sometimes it's out of our hands. Sometimes it's out of our control because there are lessons that we need to learn from, as I said last week, the tower moment, or, you know, from the YouTube video, check out Chronicles of Living on YouTube, from blocking our blessings. A lot of times, sometimes we might bring it on ourselves, but it's through self-reflection that we can narrow it down. And so for the last couple years, if you've been following the show, I have been doing some massive self-reflection on myself. And I'm going to tell you, it can be painful when you start looking at yourself and you start, you know, being honest, really being honest with yourself and looking at the things in your life that worked and didn't work, you know, out for you, rather be the things that you were wanting to create for yourself, business, whether it be jobs, whether it be relationships, anything that, you know, didn't go right in your life. When you start looking at it, it can be painful, but that is a pain that you definitely want to take on, because through that pain, you learn who you are. Through that pain, you learn how to go about cutting off cycles, or, you know, to stop repeating cycles, how to stop repeating cycles, and how to create new beginnings for yourself, how to create new healthy cycles, new cycles that will benefit you as a whole, mind, body, soul, and spirit. You know, And that's where I'm at right now. Yes, I am still learning day by day about myself. Yes, I am still reflecting on myself. I am still reflecting on the things that didn't work out so that I can make sure moving forward that things do work out for me the way I planned. And again, like I said, sometimes our plans are not God's plans. So you have to be willing and open to accept that as well. You have to be willing and open to accept that, some of the plans that we put forth is not God's plan, but God might have a better plan for us. God might say, you know what? No, this plan that you have is very mediocre. This plan that you have set forth is very amateur, and you are at a professional level right now. You are not a mediocre person, but I need you to believe that. I need you to walk in that. I need you to finish learning who you are so that you can embrace the person that you truly are, so that you can embrace the level that you are supposed to be at this time, space, and reality in your life. When things are not working perfectly in your life the way you would like, I talked about it last week, far as the tower moments come as a blessing. Sometimes it can be our surroundings. It could be the people that we are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. Sometimes it can mean it's time to let go of certain folk and certain habits and certain people, certain environments, or, just certain routines that we do. So these are the things that we have to start looking at and being honest with ourselves. And once we get to that point and that level in our lives, then we can move on to the level that God has for us. We can move on to the people that God has for us. We can move on to the relationships, to the careers, or the level of finances that God has for us. That's when it starts to unfold. And most importantly, we have to learn how to be open and receptive. That is a lesson that I had to learn. I had to learn what was the true meaning of being open and receptive to good coming in my life, to good coming in our life, good opportunities, good people. Sometimes we can beat ourselves up so bad that we just close ourselves off to the good things that God wants to give us. And we have to stop doing that, because nobody's perfect. We all have hiccups in our lives. Some more than others. I have more than others. But I'm here right now on this podcast. I didn't let that stop me. Instead, I used it as a platform to talk to you guys so that you can learn how to release and move on from the hiccups that you made throughout your life. You can learn how to look at those hiccups as lessons learned, so that you can be stronger, so that you can do things in a different way the next time around, so that you can break the unbeneficial cycles that you have been running around over and over, repeating. You know what I mean? And you can start attracting more happiness, more joy in your life. So, guys, I'm not going to make this long. But I guess I just needed to continue this theme for some folk out there. I don't know. Again, I did have some topics written down this time, but I was speeding home, and this is what God put on my spirit as I was driving. So I just was like, okay, I'm going to run with it. Whatever comes out, comes out. So I really hope you guys, and I try my best to thank you at the beginning, because some people don't stay to the end, but I just hope y'all all know how much I really, really, really appreciate you guys on continuing to listen to the show, coming back after maybe missing an episode or 2 or 3, or maybe now I'm up to 100 and something, maybe 10, but always coming back to get something out of it. And I just really appreciate you guys that email me, send me feedback. I really love that. Please continue to send me feedback on the show. And now I do have Chronicles of Living, a YouTube channel going on, and I haven't posted a video for a few days, and I did make a video saying I was going to post every day. I should lies. Yo, I'm telling y'all, life can just get really busy. So just bear with me. I am doing my best at putting content out, but just know when you're doing things and you have other things going on that's paying the bills or the financial commitments, sometimes you got to pull back on that time. So when I get to that level that I can be full time with putting content out for you guys, you will know it, because it will be a ton of videos and a ton of podcast shows for you to listen to. Okay. So continue to please share the podcast show, subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment, send emails, feedback. I love that, guys. And continue to, just listen out. I'm going to have my guests on soon. Like I said, I'm really working out my schedule. Just please be patient with me. I'm really working out my schedule because I really want to get these interviews to you guys. And that's it. So focus on what is working out. Focus on the people in your life that's cheering you on, that's motivating you, that are there for you. In any way of support that they are, whether it be just an ear to listen to, whether it be they can help you in some type of way. Do not be closed-minded. Do not block your blessings. Do make sure that you are in receptive mode to receive the things and the people that God is sending your way, the opportunities that God is sending your way. The changes, embrace the changes that is heavy on your heart. Embrace them and don't worry about everything else around you. Sometimes those perfect moments come because we are wanting to control every aspect of our lives. And when we're trying to control every aspect, that means we're playing God with ourselves, guys. So sometimes God will just strip you down and remind you, like, yo, I'm the headmaster in charge of this ship here. So, you got to release the sails a little bit, so that ship can start sailing in the direction that it needs to sail. Okay, guys, that's the best way I could put it. So until next Sunday, I really hope that you guys got a lot out of this, or a little out of this, or a word or a sentence, something that will put you on the right path, that will redirect your focus and bring a fresh new energy to you. Because that's what I'm here for. That's all I want to do. I want to breathe fresh new energy into your life, into your being, into your spirit and your soul. That is my purpose in this time-space reality. And I pray to God every time I come on here that I'm able to inspire you guys in that way. So this is ADionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bullshit, y'all. And you are listening to Chronicles of Living podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. Please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And I'll talk to you guys next week. Thank you again. And I love you guys. Peace. Thank you for listening to Chronicles of Living, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. And if you are pursuing your dreams, I'm proud of you, because the best part of life is when you decide to live. To keep up with us, please visit chroniclesofliving.com. Until next time, this is ADionne, your dream pusher. I love you guys.